Hi guys, welcome to FindMeAMedium Facebook Live. My name's Maria Deane and I'm with you for the next hour or so. So welcome everybody. I've just been lighting some candles while I'm waiting for people to get on, just lighting a few candles and getting things sorted. Okay, using my sprays. So inviting our loved ones, ascended masters, spirit guide, spirit team to come in and work with us for the highest good of everybody here. Hello, Sarah. I am well, thank you. I have had I had a chest infection the last time I was meant to come on, so I apologize. I lost my voice and I wasn't able to come on, but it's still a bit croaky. But I'm much better now. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for asking. Hello, Chris. Nice to see you. So, we've got a couple of you come on now. So, just wait for a few more of you to join. And then we'll begin our lovely hour or so of mediumship. So, whatever spirit want to do with us, isn't it? Thank you, Sarah. That's kind of you. Thank you for saying that. So if my voice goes croaky, guys, I'm sorry about that. No, it doesn't sound the best, but it's not sore and I'm okay. So let's find out what spirit wants us to do today. See which cards we need to use. The reason I do that is because I only use the one pack of cards, but I have 3 different packs of the same cards, if that makes sense. And so I have 2 old packs that I have used for years and years and years, and I have the new pack. And usually I would use the new pack for my live, but I can't find it anywhere, so I have to use one of the old ones. So I'm going to ask Spirit for which one. So which one for today's live? That one? No? This one. Okay, so put that one away and we'll get these ready. So Stacey is going to very kindly write down the names of people who want a reading, and then we can begin. So I know we have Sarah. Who else have we got here? Would you like to say hello, guys? Let me know who's with me and where you're from, maybe. That would be nice. And we'll begin our readings as soon as a few of you have gathered. So I picked some angel cards to bring with us earlier. So we have risk. First angel card we have is risk. The second one, the word resilience. So we have the risk angel, the resilience, efficiency. So hopefully it'll be efficient. Simplicity. Exploration, awakening, acceptance, play. So these are the little angels' qualities that we're bringing with us for our live today. So Stacey, have we got anybody asking for a reading yet? Right, guys, let's get some spray going. So this is my Christ energy spray. I'm spraying me, spraying you, spraying the cards, and let us begin. Oh, we're seeing some orbs there already. So we have Sarah. Sarah, oh, look at the orbs. So Sarah, did you see them orbs just come flying in? Thank you, Spirit, for giving us them orbs. So for those of you who've not seen me before, very often Spirit work with me and they bring orbs in while we're doing our readings. And they just have done. I've just seen the orbs coming in. So hopefully we'll get many more. Sarah, you would like a reading, yes? Okay, so this one's for you, Sarah. Okay, so we're going to invite, let's see what we've got. Oh, Sarah, you've got Ascended Master Lord Maitreya. And Lord Maitreya is a very high energy Ascended Master. And so I spray you, I spray me, and I spray the cards. And I ask that things come in for your highest good. This one smells actually really nice. So I'm going to spray some more and see what Spirit gives us. Look at the little orb. Do you see the orbs, Sarah? They are for you. The Spirit are bringing orbs. If you look up at the ceiling, sometimes you can see them more clearly there. Look, you see them dancing. So when we mention the ceiling, they come up. How lovely is that? So I'm shuffling the cards, Sarah. That's what I'm doing, getting ready for your reading for your highest good. Okay. So, okay. Sarah, you've returned to a point in your life that you've been here before. This is what I'm getting. This is a point that you've been here before. Okay. You have a gift. You have a gift. You know you have a gift. And Spirit want to use that gift. But you keep returning to a point over and over again that is blocking you from using the gift to the best of your ability that you have. We have the Maiden. The Maiden is about a time in your life when you felt confident, you felt able to conquer the world, and some stuff have happened in your life that have blocked that off a little bit. And what Spirit are saying is they would like you to get back to that time when you felt strong and you felt confident. They're bringing a blessing for you. Look at that little orb. The Spirit are bringing a blessing for you, Sarah. They're bringing joy for your future. You are the Lady of Magic, the Lady of Unicorns, and the Lady of Joy. You are a bright spark, okay? So you shine your light. You're a bright spark to everybody all around you. But you've had some people in your life that have caused you to have, how can I put it? They've caused you to block yourself away from being able to use your gifts to the best of your ability. We've got the Lord of the Forest. Now, you might think that that's a really card about being out in the forest, but it isn't. The Lord of the Forest is about addictions. So not your addiction, Sarah, but somebody in your life who has had addictions, or you've been affected by somebody else's addiction. And this is what Spirit are talking about. And when I talk about addictions, it doesn't have to be, like drugs and alcohol. It possibly could be, but it doesn't have to be. It could be somebody who works too much. It could be a workaholic. It could be somebody who's got food addictions. It could be somebody who is addicted to self-harm. It could be somebody who is... There's all sorts of addictions, isn't there? Somebody who's codependent, somebody who was brought up maybe in a home where there was addictions. Your brother is addicted to drugs, okay, and have carried on inviting the same people into their lives over and over again. So, Queen of Hearth and Home, you are the Queen of Hearth and Home, Sarah. You're in two minds about your brother. So I don't know if your brother is asking you to help him, or whether it's there's a decision to be made. You have a decision to be made, and you've been asking a question about it. Look at that orb gone up. You've been asking a question about it. And what Spirit is saying is that I'm going to give you the answer from Spirit for that question. We don't know what it is, but Spirit do. So let's see what the answer to that question is. The temptation for you, Sarah, is to try and help him out all the time. We've got the Prince of Shadows. You've cut him off because he's caused a lot of trouble in the family. Okay. I'm just staying with it for a moment, Sarah, because I'm being shown something. So Spirit are moving close to me, and they're showing me that this is a shadow of the past. You know, he's done this before. It's not the first time he's done it. He's done it before, but he's also learnt it somewhere, and it's come down through the generations. He hasn't just suddenly appeared and he's alcoholic or on drugs or whatever. It hasn't just happened for him. He's had his own issues that makes him self-medicate and do the things he does. I've got Tinkerbell here. This is me telling you off, and I have no idea what I'm going to tell you off for. But okay. Could you possibly think that he might be on the autistic spectrum? And that because he hasn't been able to cope with a lot of things in his life, and therefore he's been self-medicating, trying to keep that anxiety and stress and stuff down. I'm not making excuses for him. He's had his challenges in his life. He's had a lot of challenges, and he's the fairy of naughtiness. There's no doubt about it. And you can't fix him. We've got the fixer here. You've tried to fix him. You can't fix him. He's a boy that hasn't grown up, and he's struggling, but he's also the Prince of Light. So there's two sides to your brother. There's two sides to him. He's also the Prince of Light, and he's also got a lot of baggage and a lot of stuff that he has to work through. And so, you know, be a bit more compassionate towards him is what Spirit is saying. Look at the orbs going. That doesn't mean you have to fix him or you have to help him, but it does. What it does mean is that he needs your compassion rather than anything else. So what is the solution, Spirit? Let's ask Spirit look at them beautiful orbs for you, Sarah. So Spirit are supporting you. They're there with you. Look at that. Can you see them? They're really supporting you and supporting you in this. But what is the solution, Spirit? So please tell us what the solution is. Let's have a little look and find out, Sarah, what the solution is. Back to the time when you felt positive, you felt like you could conquer the world. Back to a time, Sarah, when you felt good. That's what Spirit are saying. You're like, oh no, it's too late to go back there. It isn't too late. You're strong. We've got the rocks. You're strong. You're solid. He won't listen to anyone to offer help. Okay. And all you can do, Sarah, is offer that help. And when he refuses, then there's nothing you can do about it. You are strong. You are solid. And that's what Spirit are bringing forward. And the solution is for you to do your own healing and to let him do his. We don't know what's right for another person. So you ask for the highest good for him. And whatever the highest good for him is, then when we've asked that, is we have to accept that. Sometimes we cannot heal. Sometimes we can't, well, we can't heal anyway, but sometimes we cannot help our families. Sometimes we have to let go, but let go with love and allow them to go down the path that they have to go down so that they reach their rock bottom and they either get the help or they don't. Queen of Hearth and Home. He hasn't got a home, and that's why that's coming up. But he, like you said, it doesn't bother him at this moment in time. Although that's a worry for you and your family. For him, it's his life and his lesson that he's learning. I'm going to leave it there for you, Sarah. That's what he's doing. I know. So I'm going to leave it. Look at that orb, Sarah. Have you seen all these beautiful orbs that have come up for you? And that's because Spirit want to really support you in this and help you with it, because he's still your brother at the end of the day. Just because our brothers or our family members are going down a path that we maybe haven't gone down doesn't mean we don't love them, and it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt us, because it does. There's nothing worse than watching somebody you love destroy themselves. And unfortunately, we can't do anything about that. But what we can do is pray for their highest good. And whatever will be. And then accept that that's for that person's highest good and move forward in it. Does that make sense? I know, because I have done this many times in my lifetime. So I know that sometimes we have to let go and let God. I hope that makes sense to you. Thank you for working with me, Sarah. So, who have we got next? You just get a little drink while we're waiting. Oh, we've got all the orbs dancing next. Look at them. They're beautiful, aren't they? Thank you, Spirit, for dancing with us. So we've got Chris. Is it Chris or Chrissy? Chrissy, I think, because it's got an I at the end. Am I pronouncing that right? Chrissy. Only bonds of love are allowed in here. So this one's for Chrissy. We shuffle the cards. I'm going to use a spray and clear the energy. And then we've got Chrissy. Okay, Chrissy, for you, I've got the Christ energy spray. Spray me, spray the cards, spray you. Only bonds of love are allowed in here. Look at the orbs, Chrissy. Do you see the orbs that come in? They're for you. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing in the orbs. How beautiful is that? Okay, so look at them. If you look up at the ceiling, you can see them sometimes dancing up there. So it's Chrissy. Thank you. Thank you. That's lovely. Thank you for doing that. What a clever way to do it. Thank you. I like to try and get the names right. So Chrissy, you are the magician. You are full of magic. You are the magician. See the orbs going up. You are the magician, but you're full of self-doubt. And your self-doubt keeps bringing you back down again. It's really hard to get up and keep going if your self-doubt keeps bringing you back. Excuse me. We've got the temptation with you, Chrissy. You are the Lady of Magic. Look at this. You're the magician, the Lady of Magic. You have so many gifts, but you are full of self-doubt. And that's what blocks you from moving forward. That's what's blocking you. You're the Lady of Joy. So you are the Lady of Joy, the Lady of Magic, and the Magician. You have a green man in your life. Now, I don't mean the green man like we have, with the Earth and Gaia and the green man. I don't mean that kind of green man. There's a green man in your life, somebody who's not very well at the moment. So a male figure, a male energy that's not very well at the moment, and you're trying to sort everything out for them. You keep returning to this point over and over again. You also, you did, you just got the chills. Okay, good. Because you know it's real and you know it's true. So you keep returning to that point over and over again. And you need to be the queen in your own life. So we've got the queen of the day. The queen of the day is about putting on your crown, being your queen in your own life, teaching people how to be with you, teaching people what you'll accept and what you won't accept, being the queen in your own life. And the self-doubt, if you're doubting yourself, then other people in your life are going to doubt you because they're taking that cue from you. The big behind is not our bottoms. Well, it could be mine. It could be my bottom, but that's not what they mean in these cards. The big behind is about, there's not a whole load of therapy for you to do, Chrissy, but there is some patterns that you need to look at. Okay, there's the hidden one, the subconscious stuff, the stuff we're not aware of. And there's some negative energy around you with that. So there's a negative energy with some of the stuff that needs to be looked at. So we get Queen of Shadows. So it's a shadow of the past. It's not something that's happening in your life now. It's a shadow of the past. And what happens with, particularly now, when we're in this dimension in our world where shadow stuff is coming up, we're at the stage in our world now where all the shadow stuff is coming up to be healed. And it's coming up for us to look at it, to shine a light on it and to heal it so we can move forward, so we can raise our vibration and so we can live a better life. So that we can be in our own light, in our own power and move forward. And that's the kind of, you've got the hidden one again. And we've got this twice now. Let me show you. We had the big behind, and then we had the hidden one, and then we had the hidden one again. So we've got them twice here, which means, Chrissy, which means that the shadow work has to be done. You have a gift, and the shadow work, although it may not feel like it, is a gift. If I'm looking at something subconsciously and I'm doing something in a pattern over and over again, look at them orbs. I don't know what I'm doing. We've all got people in our lives and who you look at them and you think, oh my gosh, here they go again. You know, it may be they keep getting into relationships or they keep breaking up in their relationship and getting back together again. It may be that, it could be anything, but we've all got them people in our lives. Now, we know what they're doing, but they don't know. To them, it's below the surface. To them, it's subconscious. To them, they're not aware of it. But if somebody loves us enough to say, look, I've seen this pattern in you over and over again. Do you think maybe we could look at that? Do you think maybe we could do something with that? And if I love you enough to do that, then I show the other person it. And then they can heal from it. But you can't heal from what you don't know. That's what the subconscious bit is about. That's what the hidden one is about. You cannot heal from what you don't know. There's always lots to do. I'm still doing shadow work, Chrissy. And I've been doing it for about 30 years or more. But I'm still doing shadow work because it keeps coming up. Spirit wants us to raise our vibration. And the only way to raise your vibration is to do this shadow work, is to do the healing. And it's another layer of the onion. And that onions have many, many layers. This is just another layer of that onion coming off. And I don't think I'll ever be finished my shadow work. And you know what? When I am finished it means that I'm not going to be here anymore, because once you finish your shadow work, you're ascending. You're not here anymore. So we're going from our earth. We're leaving earth then. And so we all still have shadow work to do. Spirit is pinpointing it. We've got the maiden. So they're pinpointing a time in your life when you felt confident. You felt like you could conquer the world. You felt like your life was just the way you wanted it. And then something happened and you were hurt or traumatized. Something happened. And that is the work that they're telling you to do. That is the work that they're asking you to look at so that you can heal that trauma and move forward. You are a blessing, Chrissy, to the world. You really are a blessing. and you joy for your future. And Spirit want this for all of us. There's some grief that you have, okay? There's some grief, some low points that need to be worked through so that you can come back to yourself and you can be all that you okay, you know the time being reference. Okay, so then you can go to shining your light even more. You can be even more beautiful and gift the world so much more and gift yourself so much more. This is the work that Spirit is saying needs to happen. And I wouldn't say it if I didn't do it myself. I really wouldn't. And I know that it's a blessing. And I know it doesn't feel like one. And I know it's also hard work. It's not easy looking at your shadow stuff. It's not easy at all. But it is so rewarding, because when you've done that and you've took another layer of that onion off, how bright will you shine your light? You will shine so much. So I'm going to leave it there with you, Chrissy. Thank you for working with me. So who we got next? To have a little drink while we're waiting. So who have we got next, Stacey? Hello, you still with me? Should we sing a song? I don't think you want to hear me singing a song. We've got Lord Maitreya again. Let's do Lord Maitreya. Let's do some spraying. Clear the energy. We have Tammy Cox. Hello, Tammy. This one's for Tammy. For Tammy's highest good. Tammy, you have Lord Maitreya. Let's do this. And let's do your reading for you. Okay. My third eye's itchy. How funny is that? It really is. Tammy, hello. It's nice to see you. I like your profile picture. Is it a little, what is it? Is it a cat? Is it a fox? Is it an owl? I haven't got my glasses on. I've got my lenses on, so I think it's an owl. Is it an owl? So only bonds of love are allowed in here. Oh, look at your orbs, Tammy. Do you see your orbs coming? Look at them. How lovely. And we nearly missed them. Do you see them little orbs there for you? For Tammy's highest good. Only bonds of love are allowed in here. I had an itchy third eye then. Okay, let's do this. So, Tammy, we've got a child. We have the child card. We have the child card coming up straight away. Now, this could be inner child work that you need to do. Or it could be to do with one of your children. We've got Lord of the Forest again, which is about addictions. Okay. So when I get that card, and I'm not saying this is you, Tammy. Look at that orb. When I get that card, I'm not saying this is you, Tammy, but it looks like there may be some inner child work for you to do. There may be a little girl inside of you that needs to do some healing from growing up. I know for me what mine is. I don't know what yours is, but I think there's a little girl inside of you that needs to look at it so that you can heal and move forward. You have a couple of positive people in your life that you talk to. You have a couple of positive people in your life that you talk to. You need to change the story. We've got the song. You need to change the story. Now, guys, what I mean by changing the story is I was brought up with domestic violence in an alcoholic home. And then I left that home and I married an alcoholic person again. And then I broke up in that relationship. And then I remarried for the second time. and I was back into domestic violence. And so I had gone from the frying pan into the fire and back again. And so changing my story meant I did my inner child work. And I did my inner child work, and then I changed the story. Because had I kept going, I would have just remarried again and again and again and carried on choosing the same people in my life. I didn't do it consciously. It's happened subconsciously. It happens. Tammy, if you're looking for your Prince of Light, then do your work first, change the story and find your Prince of Light. That's what I did. So now I'm not in any negative domestic violence or alcoholic relationship. I'm not in them marriages anymore. I did get married for the 3rd time, and my dreams are becoming true. Yeah. So this is about changing your story. Spirit is saying, Tammy, that you are exhausted, absolutely exhausted. There's something that needs to be changed in your life. Somebody on the autistic spectrum, whether it's you or whether it's somebody in your life that you thought might be in the autistic spectrum, this is confirmation. This card for me is confirmation that there is somebody in your life who's on the autistic spectrum and you're exhausted, but there is a bright spark. Okay. Somebody in your life whose words and actions do not match up. When somebody's words and actions don't match up, and particularly if you've grown up in a vulnerable way, it's the only way I can put it. If you've grown up in that way, we listen to the words, we don't look at the actions. But what Spirit is saying is, Tammy, love is an action. Love is not words. Love is an action. Somebody's got mental health issues around you, and they've got some trauma, some PTSD, or that could be you, but there's definitely some healing that needs to be doing. You have a question, Tammy. I'm going to ask Spirit for that question. We don't know what the question is, but we're going to ask Spirit to bring that question. There's a lot of control in your life, Tammy. There's a lot of control in your life. Queen of Laughter, you need to have some more fun. You need to let go a little bit and have a little bit of fun and let your dreams come true for you. Manifest in your dreams. Okay? This has been going on for a long time. We've got the Queen of Passage. And now it's time, Tammy, for maybe to look at things and see what you want and what you don't want in your life. Yeah? And then move forward in it. I'm going to leave their love with you. Thank you for working with me, Tammy. These are turning out to be pretty deep readings today, aren't they? They're not like just a couple of cards. They're turning out to be like proper readings. You're all excited. That's good. That's good. Alison Hill. So you're next. And Alison, you have Lord Maitreya. So let's see. You're excited. I'm glad you're excited. Let Spirit come forward and work with you. So Alison, for Alison's highest good. Look at the orbs for you, Alison. Do you see them? So Spirit show their appreciation too, don't they? With the orbs that they give us. They were for you. So for Alison's highest good, always please give us the solution. Alison, Queen of the Day, step into your life and be the queen that you are. That's what Spirit is saying. Put your crown on. Be the queen that you are. The big behind, not our bottoms, as I'm always saying, but the big behind is there's a few patterns that are going on in your life. that need changing and need looking at. There's not a whole load of therapy for you to do, Alison, but what there is some patterns that may need a little bit of looking at. There's some negative energy around. Now, whether that's in you or around people, or it could be a job, a situation, a life problem that's coming up. It could be in somebody around you who's quite negative. But you have a gift. So Alison, you have a gift, but there's a hidden one again. We have the hidden one, the subconscious stuff that we're not aware of. There's some subconscious stuff that we're not aware of that is causing you to have some negative energy. Some of the symptoms, so sometimes because of all the fear in the world and all the way the world is now, it's like things get worse before they get better. And at this moment in time, things have gone pretty worse. That's all I can say. But because of that, because of all the fighting and the hate and all the social media stuff and everything that's happening, the news in our world, it can cause us to bring in negative energies or cause negative energies to come into our third eye. If we're not very careful and we don't know how to protect ourselves and how to close and open our third eye, then we can sometimes get a negative energy on that. I'm not talking about demons or anything like that, but a negative energy on that can sometimes make us feel exhausted and make us not feel like ourselves. And so we need to always remember, when we have a gift, and you have a gift, Alison, we need to always remember to close our third eye when we're not working. It's not okay and it's not appropriate for us to have our third eye open all the time. If you're doing this work, it's really important that you close your third eye so you don't allow that negative energy to get in. It's a shadow of the past, Alison, that's coming up for you. So another hidden one, you've got two hidden ones. There's always a theme with spirit. When they work with me, there's always a theme. We have two hidden ones. So it's really important that you work through this stuff so that you can move forward and be the light that you're supposed to be. You also, Maiden, the time in your life when you felt confident, you felt strong, you felt like you could conquer the world. And that was a good time in your life. That was a good time in your life. But then something happened that caused you to have conflict or some problem in your life that just changed things for you. You are a blessing, Alison. That's what Spirit are saying. You're a blessing. They want joy for your future. Look at that. Do you see that orb go when I said you were a blessing and then joy for your future? It went again. Shall we try a blessing again and see will it go again? So Alison, Spirit are saying you are a blessing. Okay. Lady of Sorrow, there is some stuff that has hurt you and there's some stuff for you to work through and it's causing you to feel a little bit low. And what Spirit are saying is this stuff comes so that you can work through it and you can raise your vibration. And that's what it's all about, raising your vibration and moving through it. Thank you for working with me, Alison. I hope I haven't got rid of some of your excitement. I hope you're still excited about your life and about your future and where you're going. And doing this work so that you can be even more light than you are now. Another layer of the onion as well. Okay, so who have we got next? Lauren, is it Bocard? Hi, Lauren. Okay, let's get you a spray. This is for Lauren. This is Christ energy, Lauren. Let's spray that, spray this, spray the card or the cards. So for Lauren's highest good, There we have the orbs, Lauren. Look at the orbs coming in for you. I like to point these out because you can see that spirit is with you. So for Lauren's highest good, if you give her something to look at, please give her the solution. Okay. Look at them beautiful orbs. Look, Lauren. How beautiful are they? They really are, aren't they? Okay, Lauren, you're a fixer. We have the fixer. You're a little bit of a fixer, yeah? Okay. We've got the boy. Okay. Is this one of your children, Lauren, that needs a little bit of help? He is the Prince of Light. Look at him. He's gorgeous. This is a young person in your life that is sensitive, that they've come here for a very special reason, but they're struggling a little bit because they are very sensitive. They've got a lot going on and they're not managing their feelings so well. They are the Prince of Light. There's no doubt about it. So they've come here and they keep returning to the same place over and over again. Okay. We've got somebody in your life who's not well at the moment. And we've got depression. So somebody who's suffering with depression, who's a little bit low at the moment, and you're trying to help them. You're trying to sort them out. Queen of Hearth and Home. You are happy in your home, but you're in two minds about what you want to do in your life. There's a decision to be made and you're not sure about it. Let's see what spirits. Change is happening in your life. You've got the shapeshifter. Change is happening in your life. There's some addiction going on as well. Now, whether this is around you or it's gone on in the past, there's something not quite right that you can't put, but you can't put your hand on it. There's something not quite right. We've got the Lady of Unicorns, the Lady of Magic. This is you, Lauren. You are the Lady of Unicorns, the Lady of Magic. Let's see where we're going with this. What spirits answer to you? Okay. Okay. You have to let go of control. You have to let go of control. You have to become the queen in your own life. Got the big behind again. Do you see that big orb? Look at them orbs. And that's just saying that we're on the right track, Lauren. The big behind is there's some patterns that need to be fixed. Some patterns that need to change. We've got the negative energy around. We got that earlier, didn't we? Excuse me for a moment because I can really feel it in my throat chakra and I need to have a drink. I feel like there is a negative energy around. And I feel that needs to be sorted and it needs to be removed. I can feel it in my throat chakra. Excuse me. Okay. You have a gift, Lauren. You have a gift. But we've got the hidden one. So you have a gift. So you're psychic, but your third eye needs clearing. That's what I'm getting. So your third eye needs clear. Look at Spirit are confirming that. Look at that. Your third eye needs clearing, Lauren. So you need to learn how to, I don't know if you need to learn or not, or if I don't know anything about you, but you need to close your third eye. Okay, not sure how to, let me show you how to close your third eye. If you've got something in your third eye, you would feel it. You would feel the energy here. You would feel it in your third eye. You would also feel exhausted and tired a lot of the time. You would also feel like, I can feel it. You would also feel like you would be a bit grumpy, and you would say things that you wouldn't normally say, and you'd be like, oh my gosh, why did I say that? But it makes you kind of be a bit irritable with your loved ones and people around you. It makes you feel like quite negative. It makes you feel quite negative and makes it hard work. Okay, so that tells me, Lauren, you've got something on your third eye. And if you'd like me to, I'll ask Archangel Metatron to come in and to take it away for you. And then I'll show you how Archangel Michael can come in and close your third eye. Would you like me to do that? Or would you like me to do that privately afterwards? Would you like me to do that now then? Yes. Okay, so you close, and anybody else who's here and wants to do this, then please feel welcome to do it. I haven't got my etheric weaver, which is what I usually use. It's called an etheric weaver, and it's for removing things, but this will do. I've got this tree of life. This will do. So close your eyes and ask. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron to come in and take away any negative energy of anybody's third eye that would like it removed. And so what you would feel, Lauren, is you could feel a pulling on your third eye. You could feel like pins and needles there. You could feel, you would just feel it, and you will know when it's gone. So what we do is ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron to come in and remove this negative energy from Lauren's third eye and anybody else's who would like that negative energy removed. Please remove it. Only bonds of love are allowed in here. And it's a really quick process, Lauren. And so when this stops, you should feel it leave as well. You feel when it's gone. Okay. And we'll ask Spirit, is it gone? Yes. Okay. So it's gone now. And then what you do, Lauren, is you close your eyes. You ask Archangel Michael to come in with his blue cloak, his sword of truth, and to close the lid of your third eye. And what you will feel then, you'll feel it kind of snap closed. You'll see him drawing down the lid, closing your third eye. And that's what keeps you safe and protected. So wherever you are, if you're going into a negative situation, you would close your third eye, ask Archangel Michael. And then if you wanted to do this work, you would ask him to open it. And then remember to close it afterwards. I hope that makes sense to you, Lauren. And I hope that that energy is gone from your third eye now, and you'll have a wonderful night's sleep tonight. Look at Spirit, they're saying, yeah? So you'll have a wonderful night's sleep tonight. Anybody else who wanted to do that at the same time, you're more than welcome. Okay, so who's next, Stacey? Thank you, Lauren, for working with me. We'll do some Christ energy now. Look at them lovely orbs. Nicola, Claire, McCann. Okay. So I'm just giving us a moment after doing that work, Claire, Nicola. Just a moment just to let that settle. So what I got for you, Claire, I keep wanting to call you Claire. I know your second name is Claire, isn't it? Nicola. Let me try and remember that. Okay. So, only bonds of love are allowed in here. Look at, there's your orbs. Nicola, there's your orbs. Okay. For Nicole's highest good. Okay, let's see where we're going with this. Okay, we've got the boy again. So let's see where this is. I've got the Prince of Light again. So, Nicola, have you got somebody in your life that is really, this is what I'm picking up, that's really, really sensitive? got somebody in your life who's really, really sensitive. And when what I'm feeling about them is that they're full of empathy and they're a kind soul. But what happens is they get mixed up with their feelings, and they pick up a lot of other people's feelings all around them. Or it could be you. It could be you, Nicola, that they're full of empathy and they pick up everybody's feelings all around them, and they're not sure what's going on for them. You know? So this is what I'm picking up. So they're a really sensitive soul. But they are the Prince of Light. I've got the Prince of Light. Maybe this is your partner. That they are the Prince of Light. But you keep returning to a point over and over again. You keep returning to a point. And we've got the Lady of Sorrow. So there's some, whether it's with them or with you, there's some depression that comes up. They keep getting to a point that they need looking after. They keep getting to this point over and over again, and they don't know how to take care of it. We've got Queen of Hearth and Home. And you're in two minds about it. So something is happening in your home and you are in two minds about it. There's a decision to be made and you're not quite sure where to go with it. So we're going to invite Spirit to come in and to give us a solution to that. We've got the Shapeshifter, which is about change. And we've got addictions again. So change needs to happen. You are the lady of, okay, it's you. So, Nicola, you are the lady of magic, the lady of unicorns. And now it makes so much more sense. You know, when we kind of like, you're full of empathy. But you don't, let me tell you a little bit of what I'm like and my empathy, and maybe you will identify with that. You're the lady of magic. So, for example, if I left here now and I got on a bus and somebody came and sat next to me, I could feel their feelings. So they might be really angry and I would pick up them feelings. And suddenly I would start feeling really angry and I'm like, oh, what's going on? That person would get off the bus, then somebody else would get on and they would feel, say they were depressed or low, and they would feel really sad, and then I would feel really sad. And this used to happen to me all day long. And by the end of the day, I would just be a basket case, because I had all these feelings that weren't even mine and they were stuck inside of me and I didn't know how to deal with them. And so I had to learn a way, to find a way of not taking on board everybody's feelings and giving them feelings back to people. And sometimes when we have things happen in our life, this is one of the gifts that we have, and it comes from being in a situation that isn't always the best for us. That's where it comes from. But then we're left with the aftermath of that. So what I do now, if I got on the bus, okay, and that's what it is, okay. So now if I get on the bus and somebody comes sitting next to me, so you're full of empathy and your feelings are raw, and they're still raw, my Nicola, they're still raw. And so we need to find a way of giving that back to people, if that makes sense. Look at all the orbs. Maybe that's from your daughter. So your daughter, maybe that's from your daughter, darling. These are all these orbs that have come in from your daughter. Okay. We've got the Fairy of Naughtiness. Are you the Fairy of Naughtiness? We've got the Prince of Light. You got the Prince of Light twice. So this is really important. The prince or the princess of light? Is this your daughter in the spirit world, trying to reach out to you, trying to be with you, knowing that you need her? Let's have some more spray. This is the Christ energy. Let's have some more spray and clear the energy, and allow your daughter to come in and come close to you, and allow that to happen for you. She's come to you in a dream, hasn't she? So you've had a dream about her and she's come to you in a dream. There's been some challenges. And you're finding it hard to find your joy again. And so what Spirit are saying is that that's where we need to go to. Maybe that needs to be, maybe you're at a point now where you can work through some stuff. There's some stuff that maybe you want to okay. So I get that. So you lost your sister and daughter within 4 months. Let me show you something. Oh, let me show you something. Conversations with My Brother by Maria Deane. I have 5 siblings in the spirit world. And I lost my sister, my mother-in-law, within a couple of months of each other. And I had a really sick child on my hands who I thought was going to die at the same time. Yes, all at the same time. And so it's really, really hard. Grieving is really, really hard. This is called Conversations with My Brother. And let me tell you about it. I'll tell you why I'm telling you about it. When I lost my 4th sibling, I couldn't handle it. It was just too much for me. And I'd go to bed crying. I would wake up crying. I'd wake up in the middle of the night crying. I'd get my children off to school and I'd sit down all day crying. I couldn't leave the house. If I left the house, I would break down. And this went on for a long time. And one day I got my child out to school and I was sitting there waiting to have this day, crying. And I looked across from where I live. I looked at the window across the road and my brother was at the window. This is where it came from. My brother was at the window. I have an actual photograph of him in the window. And he shouted at me and he said to me, "Get out to the shops." And that's what happened. I got such a fright. I ran out of the house, ran down to the shops. And when when I realized that I hadn't got any money and I hadn't brought my phone or I hadn't brought anything with me, I realized, that what I had done. And I came back. And when I came back, the big mirror that was behind me, it had been stood up there for 7 years, had fallen down. And it had fallen down exactly where I would have been sitting. And so my brother came back to save my life. And my brother came back to help me with my grief because I couldn't cope with things. And so the book is about the conversations that him and I had while he was in the spirit world at the window and I was here. And we did lots of healing. There was lots of healing to be done. I had to go into the spirit world with him and do some healing and some healing for other family members that needed doing. And each one of my brothers and sisters have been back and come and they work with me all the time. And I have a relationship with them, Nicola. I have a good relationship with them, the ones that are in the spirit world. And you can do that too. You can do that too. You keep returning to this point over and over again. You are the magician. You have everything you need to build that relationship. You can still have a relationship with your daughter. Obviously, it won't be the physical one the same, but it will be a relationship with your daughter. You can still have that. Yeah. The temptation is to think that that won't happen. And to think that our loved ones are gone forever. They're not. They're not gone anywhere. They're still with us. They're still with us. They come to us. They show us things. They guide us, and they're here with us. You're a strong, strong person. You're coming out the other side of it now. And you have something to offer the world. Okay? We've got the Fairy of Youth. We've got the Fairy of Youth twice. You have something that you have to offer. Yeah? So you need to cut ties with that no longer serves you and move forward into the Lady of the Song, telling your story and changing your story and making something beautiful and positive out of it. The Pan, yeah? Making something beautiful and positive out of losing your daughter. Because that can happen. We can do that. I'm going to leave your daughter's love with you. Thank you for working with me, Nicola. Thank you so much. I am so sorry that you had such a great loss. But if you want to build that relationship up with her still, you can. And I know that you can. I have no doubt about it. And I just want you to know that is possible. I'm going to leave her love with you. Thank you for working with me. Okay. I did mediumship the other night, and I brought a young man through, and this young man had taken his self over to the spirit world, and there was somebody there that was frightened of breaking down and taking this message. I mean, the message did come through, and it did go through to somebody else. Because what happens with spirit, if you don't take the message, then somebody else will come through and they'll work with the message that's right for that person. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I think it's important. I think it's important that we know that our loved ones our loved ones are still with us, and they desperately want to communicate with us as well. They want to communicate with us. They want to bring us healing. They want to communicate from their heart, and they come with so much love. And Nicola, this is what your daughter wants for you. She wants to come with so much love and to bring that forward because she loves you. And there's a connection there with her, with your heart and her heart. She's taken a little piece of you with her, and she's left a little piece behind in you. And that can't be broken. That bond cannot be broken. So I think I just want you to know, Nicola, that is possible. I'm going to leave that with you now. Thank you for working with me. So I think we've come to the end of it now. We've come to the end of my live. I'm going to be back in 2 weeks' time. I think we've got Easter coming up soon, haven't we? So we've got, but I think it's still carrying on. I don't know. Is it carrying on next week when it's Good Friday? I'm sure that it will be on the website, whether it is or not. It will be on the page. Okay, Stacey, so shall we say goodbye? And say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for working with me. It's been a real pleasure. And I'll see you all in a fortnight's time. Or you can look at my website as well. Have a look at my Healing Haven and see what other things I do. And I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Okay.